What crosses your mind when you hear the word richest princess? Is it the royal crown, royal wealth, beauty, adorable outfits, or elegance? Now you might think you've seen rich before, maybe even felt rich when you found that $20 bill in an old pair of jeans. But trust me, these princesses' fortunes are unimaginable for regular folks. Cut to yes, we're talking about luxury and a level of royal wealth that makes Scrooge McDuck look like he's pinching pennies at the dollar store. But remember, if we can't be ridiculously rich, at least we can be ridiculously entertained. So let's get started. Crown Princess of Sweden. Crown Princess Victoria of Sweden is not just a figurehead adorned with a tiara. She is a woman of substance, a beacon of hope, and a symbol of continuity in a country that profoundly reveres its monarchy. Her net worth is estimated to be around $10 million, much of which comes from inherited wealth, such as royal properties and vast agricultural lands. Furthermore, the princess receives up to $400,000 annually in allowances from the Swedish government for all her royal duties, including representing the country on international platforms. Born into the house of Bernadotte, Victoria's life has been marked by the weight of future queenship and the lightness of personal triumphs. From a young age, Victoria was groomed for the role she was born to fulfill. Her education was meticulously planned, encompassing the traditional subjects and the complex workings of constitutional law and state affairs. She attended prestigious institutions, including Yale University, where she broadened her horizons and prepared for the responsibilities that awaited her. As the firstborn child of the King and Queen of Sweden, Victoria's position in the line of succession was historically significant. The constitutional change in 1980, which introduced absolute primogeniture, meant that Victoria would be the first female to inherit the Swedish throne by birthright, even if she had brothers. This groundbreaking shift cemented her historical place and signaled a progressive step forward for the nation. Victoria's role in the royal family extends beyond ceremonial appearances. She is a working member of the monarchy, representing Sweden on the global stage and fostering diplomatic relations. Her official visits abroad are not mere formalities, but strategic engagements that strengthen Sweden's ties with other nations. Charitable work is a cornerstone of Victoria's royal duties. She has supported several causes, from children's health to sustainability. The Crown Princess Victoria's Fund, established in her name, has aided children with disabilities and chronic illnesses, allowing them to enjoy activities that enrich their lives. Though largely private, her personal life has been a public fascination. Victoria's relationship with her former personal trainer, Daniel Westling, blossomed into a love story that captivated the nation. Their marriage in 2010 was a lavish celebration of love that cut through social boundaries, and the couple's two children, Princess Estelle and Prince Oscar, reflect their enduring bond. Victoria's journey has not been without challenges. She has bravely shared her struggles with dyslexia, anorexia, and prosopagnosia, showing a vulnerability that has endeared her to the public. Her advocacy for mental health and learning disabilities has brought attention to issues often shrouded in stigma. Well, royalty comes with a sense of nobility and many privileges that you and I can never experience in a lifetime. Plus wealth, and I mean lots of it. But what do we know of the Princess of the Netherlands? Let's find out. Princess of Netherlands. When you dive into the rich world of Princess Catharina Amalia, you'll be awestruck. This is where royal splendor meets staggering wealth. As the future Queen of the Netherlands, she is not just a princess by title, but a custodian of a legacy that dates back centuries. Her wealth is not merely a number, but a narrative of power, prestige, and properties that tell the story of a nation and its monarchy. Born on December 7th, 2003, Princess Catharina Amalia entered a world of grandeur from her very first breath. The announcement of her birth was marked by 101 salute shots, a tradition that echoed through the streets of The Hague, resonating with the might of the Dutch royal lineage. As the firstborn of King Willem-Alexander and Queen Maxima, she was destined to inherit not just a title, but a fortune encompassing vast lands and historic estates. The Dutch royal family's wealth is shrouded in layers of history and heritage. The House of Orange-Nassau, to which Catharina Amalia belongs, has been synonymous with wealth and power for generations. The family's assets are a complex group of private wealth and state-funded allowances, reflecting their lasting impact in the Netherlands. Catharina Amalia's inheritance includes massive palaces and estates that are the stuff of fairy tales. Huis ten Bosch Palace, located in The Hague, serves as the family's primary residence. The palace represents the royal family's wealth with its lavish halls and expansive gardens. Villa Eikenhorst, set within the lush De Horsten estate in Wassenaar, was the princess princess's childhood home where royal comfort meets charm. Beyond the stately walls, the princess's wealth extends to a portfolio of properties and lands passed down through the Orange-Nassau lineage. These are not just assets on a balance sheet, but pieces of Dutch history, each with a story that intertwines with the nation's past. The princess's net worth reflects not just her royal status, but also her potential as a monarch. Her wealth is managed with the utmost discretion, supporting her role within the royal family and her future responsibilities as queen. This includes the tangible assets valued at $6 million and the intangible heritage that she will one day steward. Katerina Amalia's wealth is also evident in the annual allowance she is entitled to as the heir apparent. Upon reaching the age of majority, she became eligible for a substantial sum, estimated to be $400,000 per year, divided between personal income and funds for staff and operational expenses. Furthermore, as she prepares to ascend the throne, her wealth is expected to shoot to $80 million, and it will not only support her reign, but also serve the people of her country, continuing the legacy of the House of Orange-Nassau. Now ask yourself, can you forego an allowance of $400,000 per year? That said, let's see for ourselves what portfolio the Princess of Norway has. Crown Princess of Norway. From the peaceful shores of Kristiansand to the majestic halls of the Norwegian royal palace, Crown Princess Mette-Marit's journey is a tale of remarkable transformation. Born into a family far removed from the regal world she would one day join, Mette-Marit Jesem Høiby's early years were spent embracing a close-knit community. Her father, Sven O. Høiby, worked as a journalist before facing unemployment, and her mother, Marit Jesem, served as a bank clerk. The family's dynamics shifted following her parents' divorce and her father's remarriage to Renate Barsgaard, introducing Mette-Marit to a complicated family structure that would eventually encompass royalty. Mette-Marit's early years were characterized by a spirit of adventure and a natural inclination for leadership. Her active participation in the local youth club and her enthusiasm for volleyball, where she thrived as a player, referee and coach, highlighted these traits. Her education took her from the classrooms of Odense Upper Secondary School to the distant shores of Australia, where she spent 6 months as an exchange student, broadening her horizons and nurturing a sense of independence. Upon her return to Norway, Mette-Marit's life took several unconventional turns. She navigated the challenges of being a single mother to her son, Marius Borg Høiby, born from a brief relationship with Morten Borg, a man with a troubled past. During this phase of her life, she was involved in an environment where drugs were readily available, a sharp contrast to the royal circles she would later enter. During this chaotic time, fate intervened, bringing Mette-Marit into the orbit of Crown Prince Haakon at a garden party connected to the court festival. Their connection sparked a romance that would captivate the nation and challenge the conventions of royal protocol. Despite the initial public skepticism and media scrutiny over her past, the couple's engagement and subsequent marriage in 2001 signified a new era for the Norwegian monarchy that embraced modernity and the changing tides of society. Her portfolio grew with their marriage. Her net worth is believed to be close to $3.2 million, mainly from allowances and revenue generated from her business ventures. As Crown Princess of Norway, Mette-Marit's influence has been multifaceted. She has championed causes close to her heart, such as the Norwegian Red Cross. She has actively participated in global issues as a UNAIDS International Goodwill Ambassador. Her commitment to youth empowerment and the fight against AIDS has taken her across the globe, from the halls of the United Nations to the communities most affected by the epidemic. For Mette-Marit, the case is identical to the Cinderella story. She wasn't born into royalty, but fate put her there. Therefore, her portfolio isn't as broad as expected, which is fine. However, what could be the case of the Crown Princess of Belgium? Crown Princess of Belgium. Born on the 25th of October in 2001 in the bustling city of Brussels, Princess Elizabeth's life began with the flash of cameras and the attention of a nation. As the firstborn child of King Philippe and Queen Matilda, Elizabeth was not just another royal baby. She was the future of the Belgian monarchy, a beacon of hope and continuity. Her net worth is estimated to be $3 million. Also, her portfolio comprises inherited royal wealth, such as funds and investments estimated at $5 million, plus annual allowances, which amount to $1.53 million annually. An extraordinary childhood marked her early years. While she experienced the opulence of palaces and the scrutiny of the public eye, Elizabeth's parents ensured she was grounded in reality. Her education began at St. John Birchman's College in Brussels, a significant departure from royal tradition, as it was the first time a future Belgian monarch was educated in Dutch. This decision highlighted a commitment to the country's bilingual nature, symbolizing unity in a land marked by linguistic divides. As she grew, so did complemented her intellect and poise. Elizabeth graduated from primary school with a staggering 95% average, reflecting her diligence and capacity for learning. Her academic journey then took her across the Channel to UBWC Atlantic College in Wales, where she studied under the pseudonym Elizabeth de Brabant. It was here that she earned her International Baccalaureate diploma, a stepping stone to her future academic endeavors. But Elizabeth's education was not confined to the walls of classrooms. She attended the Yale Young Global Scholars Program at Yale University, broadening her horizons and preparing her for a life of service to her nation and the world. Her linguistic capabilities grew as she mastered Dutch, French, German, and English, and even took on the challenge of Mandarin Chinese, a language of increasing global importance. In May 2015, a new chapter began for Elizabeth as she embarked on a journey few princesses take. The Belgian royal court announced that she would undertake military training, following in the footsteps of her father and ancestors. Elizabeth entered the Royal Military Academy in Brussels, studying social and military sciences, and emerged as a leader among her peers. She received her Blue Beret in September 2021. She was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the Belgian army a year later, a rare achievement for a royal reflecting her dedication. Her military training was not merely ceremonial. Elizabeth excelled, earning one of the highest grades in her promotion. She participated in the Royal Military Academy's annual 3-week summer camps, honing her skills in practical and theoretical military classes. Her commitment to her military role was clear. She was not just a figurehead, but a working member of the Belgian Defense Forces. Her academic journey is set to reach new heights as she was admitted into Harvard Kennedy School to pursue a 2-year master's degree in public policy. This domain will unquestionably influence her position as a forthcoming monarch. Princess of York. Princess Beatrice of York, born Beatrice Elizabeth Mary on the 8th of August 1988, is not just a member of the British royal family, but a symbol of modern aristocracy mixed with the irresistible charm of vast riches. As the elder daughter of Prince Andrew, Duke of York, and Sarah, Duchess of York, Beatrice's life has been a fascinating journey through the opulent corridors of royalty, marked by both privilege and the pressures of public expectation. Her birth at the Portland Hospital in London was a cause for national celebration, heralding the arrival of the Queen's 5th grandchild. The world watched as she grew from a young girl into a woman whose every move was chronicled with keen interest. Beatrice's education was a testament to her family's status. She attended prestigious schools such as St. George's School in Ascot and later Goldsmiths College, where she earned a degree in history, a subject that no doubt resonates with her given her ancestral lineage. Princess Beatrice's wealth is a blend of ancient inheritances and contemporary ventures. While the exact figures of her net worth are often the subject of speculation, it is known that she benefits from trust funds established by the Queen, reportedly worth millions. Her income is supplemented by her role at Affinity, where she serves as Vice President of Strategic Partnerships. This position adds to her financial standing and allows her to engage with global business leaders. Her marriage to Edoardo Mapelli Mozzi, a property tycoon with aristocratic Italian heritage, wasn't as grand as other royal weddings. For instance, when Prince Harry married Meghan Markle, there were over 1,000 guests. However, for Beatrice, it occurred during the COVID-19 pandemic, and the restrictions on travel and social gatherings saw only the royals attend. The couple's combined assets, including property and inherited wealth, contribute to their status as one of the most affluent pairs within the royal circle. Their residence, initially in the heart of London and later in the laid-back setting of the Cotswolds, reflects their taste for luxury and access to properties that most can only dream of. The princess's wealth extends beyond mere numbers. It includes a treasure trove of irreplaceable family treasures, including jewelry and art, passed down through generations of royals. She has been seen adorned with some of the family's most treasured pieces, such as the Queen Mary fringe tiara on her wedding day, a piece steeped in history and value. Despite her affluence, Beatrice has not shied away from charitable work. Her philanthropic efforts are well documented, with her support extending to various causes, from children's hospice care to dyslexia education, reflecting her experiences with learning difficulties. Her involvement with charities like the Teenage Cancer Trust and the Helen Arkell Dyslexia Center showcases her commitment to using her wealth and influence to make a difference in the lives of others. Well, Beatrice could be one of the many royals who extend their hands to the vulnerable. But have you heard of the Princess of Monaco? Princess of Monaco. Princess Charlene of Monaco, born Charlene Lynette Wittstock on the 25th of January 1980 in the bustling city of Bulawayo, Rhodesia, now Zimbabwe, embarked on a life that would lead her from the lanes of a swimming pool to the lap of luxury in one of Europe's most prestigious royal families. Charlene, the daughter of Michael Kenneth Wittstock, a sales manager, and Lynette Nee Humberstone, a swimming coach, inherited a love for the water that would define her early years. The Wittstock family, with roots tracing back to German emigrants who sought a new life life in South Africa instilled in Charlene a sense of determination and the drive to excel. Charlene's swimming career peaked when she won a silver medal at the 2002 Commonwealth Games. However, by 2007 she retired from professional swimming, but not before leaving an indelible mark on the sport. Fate had other plans for Charlene when she met Prince Albert II of Monaco at the 2000 Mare Nostrum swimming competition. Their romance blossomed, and by 2010 the palace announced their engagement. Charlene's transformation from an Olympic swimmer to a princess was in progress. The couple's wedding on the 1st of July 2011 was a grand affair that captivated the world. Charlene, now Her Serene Highness, embraced her new role with the grace of a swan diving into a lake. The arrival of her twins, Princess Gabriella and hereditary Prince Jacques, on December 10, 2014, solidified her position within the royal succession. As Princess of Monaco, Charlene's influence extends far beyond the palace walls. Her philanthropic endeavors are a reflection of her compassionate spirit. She founded the Princess Charlene of Monaco Foundation in 2012, focusing on children's safety around water, a cause close to her heart. Her charitable work does not end there. Princess Charlene is a global ambassador for the Special Olympics, advocating for the inclusion of people with intellectual disabilities. She is also involved with the Nelson Mandela Foundation, reflecting her deep connection to South African roots. Princess Charlene's wealth is not just in her royal status, but also in her extensive philanthropic reach. Her net worth, including lands, inherited properties, and other assets, is estimated to be $150 million. But her benevolent actions define her richness. Her recognition and honors are numerous. She is a Knight Grand Cross of the Order of St. Charles, and her foreign honors include the Grand Cross of the Order of Merit of the Republic of Poland and the Grand Cross of the Order of the Star of Italy. These accolades reflect her global impact and the respect she commands on the world stage. Monaco is a mouthful name. However, did you know we have a princess in Luxembourg? Here she comes. Crown Princess of Luxembourg. Born on the 18th of February 1984 in the charming town of Ronse, East Flanders, Belgium, Countess Stephanie Marie Claudine Christine de Lannoy was destined for a life far from ordinary. The youngest of 8 siblings, she was cradled in the arms of nobility, her lineage tracing back to the 13th century nobility of Hainaut. The House of Lannoy, renowned for its members' prowess in military command and state affairs, gave Stephanie a title and a legacy to shape her destiny. Fast forward to the 26th of April 2012, a day that marked the union of 2 royal houses, as Stephanie became engaged to hereditary Grand Duke Guillaume, the heir apparent to the Luxembourg throne. The weddings, held on the 19th and 20th of October 2012, were a spectacle of grandeur, with Stephanie donning an Ely Saab creation and the Lannoy family diamond tiara, a representation of her distinguished ancestry. As a member of the Luxembourg royal family, her net worth, which stands at $100 million, is bonded. With the family's holdings, which include vast real estate and investments, the royal family's fortune is estimated to be in the hundreds of millions, with the Grand Ducal Palace of Luxembourg clearly indicating their enduring legacy. But Stephanie's influence extends beyond the confines of wealth. She's skilled in Dutch, French, English, and German, and can hold conversations in Luxembourgish and Russian, making her education as remarkable as her language abilities. She has a degree in German philology from the University of Louvain and a master's from Humboldt University of Berlin. Her academic pursuits reflect her commitment to culture and education, values that she carries into her royal duties. As the hereditary Grand Duchess, Stephanie's role is multifaceted. She stands as a patron of the arts, chairing the board of the Grand Duke Jean Museum of Modern Art and supporting the Les Amis du Musée d'Art et d'Histoire du Luxembourg. Her passion for the arts is evident in her patronage of the Scientines Lab, a laboratory for secondary school students to engage in biomedical research, and her support for Blets ASBL, an association aiding those affected by stroke. Her influence is also evident in the realm of philanthropy. In her role as the esteemed honorary president and administrator of the Domaine de Maître Luxembourg Association, she passionately advocates for artisans, diligently working to safeguard the intricate heritage of Luxembourg's craftsmanship. Her support for the Let's Art Association, which promotes Luxembourg photographers, underlines her commitment to nurturing talent within her adopted homeland. The Crown Princess's engagements often see her mingling with the people of Luxembourg, whether inaugurating the Ettelbruck Agricultural Fair or visiting nursing homes to ensure the well-being of the elderly during the COVID-19 pandemic. Her presence is a beacon of hope and solidarity, a reminder of the royal family's connection to the citizens they serve. There's no doubt the monarchs in Europe are fascinating. However, what you also don't know is that Asia's monarchs are in their own league. Crown Princess of Malaysia. In the heart of Southeast Asia lies Malaysia, a nation where the ancient and the modern blend seamlessly and where the monarchy still holds a place of reverence. Amidst this cultural complexity, Cepuan Sophie Louise Johansson Petra is a figure of fascination and influence. Born in the serene surroundings of Mjölby, Sweden on June 6, 1986, Sophie Louise's early life was far from the royal destiny that awaited her. Sophie Louise's journey to royalty began with her education, where she pursued English and sociology studies, equipping her with a global perspective. Her path took an unexpected turn when she moved to the United Kingdom to work as an au pair. During this time, fate intervened, and her life became entwined with that of Tengku Muhammad Faiz Petra, the Crown Prince of Kelantan. Their love story, which began in England, culminated in a royal wedding on the 19th of April 2019 at the majestic Istana Balai Besar in Kota Baru, Kelantan. Cepuan Sophie Louise has embraced her role as the Crown Princess of Malaysia with grace and dignity. This has also boosted her net worth to over $1 million, mainly consisting of vast agricultural lands where they make revenue from planting rice and rubber. Additionally, she receives allowances from the royal family, which sum up to $300,000 per year. Her influence extends beyond the palace walls. She represents a bridge between cultures, embodying the union of Malaysian tradition with a touch of Swedish charm. Her marriage to Tengku Muhammad Faiz Petra marked her entry into the royal family. The couple's joy was further amplified with the birth of their first child and eldest son, Tengku Muhammad Johan Petra, on the 17th of July 2023. This event marked a new chapter in their lives as they took on the roles of parents with the eyes of the nation upon them. Like other princesses, Cepuan Sophie Louise's impact is also felt in her philanthropic endeavors and public appearances. Her regal bearing and commitment to charitable causes have endeared her to the people of Malaysia. Her title, Cepuan Mahkota of Kelantan, which she held from August 2, 2022 to January 4, 2024, was not just a designation, but a symbol of her stature and the responsibilities that came with it. Her influence is further solidified by the honors she has received. In 2022, she was awarded the Knight Grand Commander of the Order of the Crown of Kelantan, SPMK, which carries the title Dato. This honor shows her significant contributions to Kelantan and the high regard she holds among royal circles. Moreover, Cepuan Sophie Louise's recognition extends to the international stage. In 2020, she received the Nona Superwoman Award, specifically the Nona Royal Award, celebrating her as an inspiring figure transcending borders. Malaysia's princess has a beautiful story, but what about Bahrain and its runaway princess, Crown Princess of Bahrain? Sheikha Maryam bint Abdullah Al Khalifa's life story reads like a script from a Hollywood blockbuster filled with romance, intrigue, and a daring escape that captured the world's attention. Her net worth is estimated to be $1.5 billion, mainly comprised of vast real estate, luxury yachts, and royal inheritances. Born in 1980 in Manamah, Bahrain, Maryam is one of 5 daughters of Sheikh Abdullah bin Ibrahim Al Khalifa, a distant cousin of Bahrain's current king, Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. Despite her royal lineage, Maryam's title of Sheikha rather than princess reflects the nuanced titles within the Bahraini monarchy, where even the king's sons are not styled as princes. The year 1999 marked a turning point in Maryam's life. This was when she met Lance Corporal Jason Johnson, a United States Marine and a Mormon stationed in Bahrain as part of a counter-terrorism unit. Their meeting place was an Americanized shopping mall, a scene distant from the lavish environs typically linked with royalty. Their connection was immediate, but their budding romance was anything but simple. The clandestine nature of their relationship was necessitated by the strict cultural norms and religious expectations that Maryam was bound by. Their whispered phone calls and secret meetings continued until they were discovered by a member of the Bahrain Royal Guard, who informed Maryam's mother of the relationship. The discovery led to Maryam being forbidden from seeing Johnson, but their story was far from over. For 11 months, they exchanged letters covertly through a jewelry store employee at the mall, sustaining their relationship until Johnson's tour of duty neared its end. Maryam and Johnson executed a daring plan that seemed ripped from the pages of a spy novel. In November 1999, Maryam, disguised as a female US Marine and using forged military transfer documents crafted by Johnson, fled to the United States. They married in a Las Vegas chapel on November 16, 1999. Maryam became a military housewife, living in base housing at Camp Pendleton. However, their elopement was not without consequences. Johnson faced court-martial for forging military papers, and although the media frenzy surrounding their case mitigated his punishment, he was demoted and honorably subsequently discharged 2 months later. Miriam, on the other hand, faced the threat of deportation from the United States. In a bid to remain with her husband, she applied for political asylum, claiming she feared honor violence from her family due to her marriage to a non-Muslim and her unauthorized departure from Bahrain. The couple's plight was widely publicized, with appearances on shows like The Oprah Winfrey Show and a made-for-TV movie, The Princess and the Marine, aired on NBC in 2001. The film, starring Mark-Paul Gosselaar and Marisol Nichols, became a sensation and sparked a bidding war for the rights to their story. Bahraini cultures could be complex. However, something is intriguing about the land of gods, Greece. Besides being known for its Greek gods like Socrates and Aurelius, it's also home to a monarch, Crown Princess of Greece. Born on the 17th of September 1968, Marie Chantal Claire Miller's life began in the cosmopolitan city of London, England. The daughter of Robert Warren Miller, an American-born British billionaire, and Maria Clara Pesantes Becerra, an Ecuadorian, Marie Chantal was destined for a life far from ordinary. Her father's success as the co-founder of duty-free shops catapulted the Miller family into the echelons of high society, setting the stage for Marie Chantal's future as a princess. Marie Chantal's education was as global as her upbringing, spanning from the prestigious Institut Le Rose in Switzerland to the École Active Bilingue in Paris and the Masters School in New York. During her time at New York University, where she studied the history of art, her life took a turn to fit a fairy tale. In a whirlwind romance, she became engaged to Pavlos, Crown Prince of Greece, and her story intertwined with a nation's royal legacy. Her net worth is estimated to be $1.5 billion. She owns a $50 million luxury brand called Marie Chantal, runs 3 gyms, and owns 2 holiday homes in the Bahamas worth $8 million and 5 other Grand Royal residences in Yorkshire worth $3 million. The wedding of Marie Chantal and Pavlos on the 1st of July 1995 was nothing short of a spectacle. This union brought together the creme de la creme of European royalty. The bride's stunning Valentino gown has left an indelible mark on the pages of royal fashion history. Together, they have 5 children, each bearing a name that reflects their royal heritage and the couple's international sensibilities. Despite the abolition of the Greek monarchy in 1973, Marie Chantal's title as Crown Princess of Greece carries a weight of cultural significance. She is a patron of the arts, serving as a trustee of the Royal Academy Trust, and her presence at high-profile events, such as the coronation of King Charles III, underlines her standing within the royal network. Marie Chantal's wealth is not merely a reflection of her business cleverness, but also a reflection of her inheritance. As a member of the Greek royal family, she has access to properties and assets that span continents. Her influence in Greece, however, is palpable, as she embodies the grace and philanthropy expected of someone of her stature, even in a country that no longer officially recognizes her royal status. If you enjoyed watching this video, check out our other awesome videos on the channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.